is loud, full of people shouting their intentions, broadcasting their plans, and proclaiming their desires. But here's one of the universe's greatest secrets. True power lies not in speech, but in silence. Those who understand this, those who learn to master the art of quiet, hold in their hands the ability to shape their destiny. They become the hidden creators, the silent architects of their reality, manifesting their deepest desires without a single word. In silence, you find power. In silence, you find creation. Consider this. Why were the deepest mysteries always called unspeakable? Why were the most profound truths deemed ineffable? Because some things transcend words. They exist in a realm beyond human speech. This realm is where true power lies. When you speak of your dreams, you open the door too soon. The heat escapes, and your dreams fall flat. But in silence, your dreams gain strength. They brew beneath the surface, gaining momentum, gaining force, until they're ready to break through the soil and flourish. Chapter 1. The Silence Before Creation. Before creation itself, before let there be light, there was silence. A silence so potent, so full of potential, that it contained everything that would ever exist. This silence was the seedbed of the universe, and that same silence exists within you. When you carry your dreams in silence, you connect with this power. You become a co-creator with the forces that shaped existence itself. Imagine holding your desires close, nurturing them in the quiet spaces of your heart, letting them gather strength, grow roots, and finally blossom without a word. Have you noticed how those who talk constantly about their plans rarely accomplish what they set out to do? They dissipate their energy through speech, letting out the heat that should be building up inside. On the other hand, those who move in silence, who keep their ambitions hidden, seem to achieve everything they aim for. This is not coincidence. This is law. Silence, my friends, is not passive. It's the most active force in the universe. It's the silent power that builds mountains, grows trees, and shapes worlds. Chapter 2. The Power of Physical Silence. The first chamber of silence is the outermost, the silence of your body, the physical act of not speaking of your desires. You must resist the urge to share your dreams, to seek validation, to announce your plans. Every word spoken about your dreams is like opening the oven door while the bread is baking. You let out the heat, the energy, the force that is building within. Hold your tongue. Keep your gestures neutral. Avoid even the knowing look that hints at your ambitions. This is the foundation of silent creation. A man once boasted to me that he never spoke of his goals, yet his body language betrayed him. He would nod knowingly when certain topics arose, or smile in a way that hinted at his secret plans. This is not true silence. True physical silence involves not only your voice, but your entire presence. When you master this outer chamber, you create a sealed environment where your dreams can grow unchecked. Practice the art of physical silence every day. Resist the temptation to share. When asked about your plans, change the subject. Let your silence build the power you need to manifest your dreams. Chapter 3. The Depths of Mental Silence. Once you have mastered physical silence, you must go deeper. The second chamber of silence is within your mind, mental silence. This is more challenging because it requires silencing not just your voice, but your thoughts. It's not enough to keep your lips sealed. Your mind must also be still. The thoughts that chatter in your head, your doubts, your fears, your constant internal dialogue, these must be silenced. This is the realm of mental discipline, where you learn to quiet your mind, to let thoughts pass without engaging with them. Think of your mind as a lake. Every thought about your desires is like a stone thrown into the water, creating ripples that disturb the stillness. Instead of reacting, Let the stones sink. Let the surface remain calm. You must reach a state of knowing without thinking, where you hold your desires in a quiet place, without the need to constantly think about them. This is the true meaning of faith. Not hoping, not wishing, but silently knowing that what you desire is already yours. Chapter 4. The Ultimate Chamber, Spiritual Silence. The deepest chamber, the Holy of Holies, is spiritual silence. This is where you dissolve completely into your desires, where there is no separation between you and your goal. In this state, there is no effort, no striving, no doing, only being. You are no longer someone trying to manifest a dream. You are the dream. This is the silence of pure existence, where you become the essence of what you desire. When you reach this level, you become a vessel for creation. It is no longer about you. It is about allowing the universal forces to work through you. This is why the greatest spiritual teachers taught the power of being still. It's not about doing nothing. It's about becoming so aligned with your desire that you and the universe are one. In this silence, manifestation becomes effortless. What you seek begins to seek you. What you desire begins to take form without struggle, without resistance. Chapter 5. Practicing the Silent Hour. Now that you understand the 3 chambers of silence, let me introduce you to a powerful practice, the Silent Hour. This is not simply an hour of not speaking. It is a sacred time dedicated to entering the chambers of silence in sequence. Each day, set aside 1 hour to sit in absolute silence, beginning with physical stillness. For the first 20 minutes, sit without moving a muscle. Let your body become a vessel of stillness, unmoving and unchanging. In the second phase, move into mental silence. Let your thoughts dissolve into the quiet. Do not fight them. Do not suppress them. Simply observe them passing through your mind like clouds drifting across the sky. Allow your mind to become as still as a calm sea, with no ripples, no disturbances. Finally, enter the third phase, spiritual silence. Let go of all thoughts of yourself as a separate being. Merge with your desire, feel it as an extension of yourself, and become one with it. Chapter 6. The Silent Assumption. The silent assumption is the most potent tool for manifesting your desires. After achieving physical and mental silence, enter into the state of silent knowing. This is not visualization or affirmation. It is the quiet assumption that your desire is already fulfilled. You're not trying to make something happen. You're simply acknowledging what already is. You see, most people's manifestation practices are noisy. Even when they're not speaking, they're mentally straining, struggling, trying to force their desires into being. But the silent assumption is different. It's the recognition that your desire is already done. Practice this daily. In your silent hour, after quieting your mind and body, hold your desire in a state of silent completion. Feel it as if it has already come to pass. Experience the satisfaction of having what you want, without needing to say a single word about it. This silent confidence is what draws your desires to you with magnetic force. Chapter 7. The Silent Watch. Your silent hour is powerful, but it's not enough to practice silence for just 1 hour a day. To truly master the art of manifestation, you must practice what I call the silent watch. Throughout your day, maintain a constant state of quiet observation. Whenever a thought about your desire comes to mind, practice the silent response. Instead of engaging with the thought, simply acknowledge it and let it pass. Respond with quiet knowing, with the certainty that your desire is already fulfilled. Think of your consciousness as a deep, still lake. Thoughts about your desires may arise, like stones dropped into the water. Instead of reacting, let them sink into the depths. Keep the surface of your mind calm and undisturbed. In this state of silent watchfulness, your desires gain the power to manifest without interference. Chapter 8. The Silent Sabbath. One of the most powerful practices for building silent power is the Silent Sabbath. This is a day of complete silence about your desires. Once a week, choose a day to completely let go of your goals. On this day, you do not think about your desires. You do not plan for them. You do not acknowledge them. This is not giving up. It is letting your desires rest, allowing the universe to work in silence. During the Silent Sabbath, you surrender all effort. You let your dreams breathe, giving them space to grow without the weight of your constant focus. This practice of letting go creates room for miracles. You see, the universe operates in rhythms of action and rest. Just as the body needs sleep, your dreams need silence. Chapter 9. Building the Silent Temple. To deepen your practice, create what I call the Silent Temple. This is a space in your home dedicated to silence, a sanctuary where you can practice the art of silent creation. It doesn't need to be elaborate. A corner of a room will do, but it must be free from distractions. In this space, practice the three silences: the silence of the body, the silence of the mind, and the silence of the spirit. In your silent temple, you become the creator of your reality. This is where you enter the depths of silence, shedding the noise of the outside world, shedding your doubts, shedding your fears. In this sacred space, you become a vessel for pure creation. Chapter 10. The Silent Manifestation Journal. Finally, keep a silent manifestation journal. This is not a journal where you write about your desires in words. Instead, make a single mark each day after your silent hour. Just one mark, nothing more. Each mark represents your silent communion with your desire, a testament to your unspoken knowing that what you seek is already yours. Day by day, these silent marks become symbols of your steadfast belief, your commitment to holding your desires in the sacred quiet. Over time, these marks accumulate, building a record of your journey in silence. Each page of this journal becomes a powerful reminder that you are the creator, holding your dreams close and letting the universe work in perfect silence. In the end, remember this: true power does not need to speak, for it is known by its presence. True mastery doesn't need to shout, for its actions reveal its strength. As you walk through the world, practice these principles, knowing that in silence, your desires find their greatest strength. You are not seeking validation, not broadcasting your intentions. Your silence speaks louder than any words. In that quiet confidence, you become unshakable, the hidden force guiding your destiny. So, take a breath. Enter the silence. Begin the journey. Know that as you cultivate this sacred quiet, you align with the primal force that shapes all things. Your silence becomes your power, your presence becomes your declaration, and your knowing becomes your unbreakable truth. Step by step, day by day, you walk the silent path, and through it, you manifest a life beyond words.